Hi there designers.
Hiya, Barbie.
Hi, Ken.
Today I will be jumping on the bandwagon and showing you how to design this Barbie movie poster using just Photoshop and Illustrator.
You wanna go for a ride?
Sure, Ken.
First, go to fontlot.com and download Absolute Blond font. Choose it in Illustrator and type out letter B. Then expand it, and in 3D and Materials tool, select Extrude option. Set bevel shape to round and play with heights and width. The lighting should be set to the middle of the letter and metallic tracker somewhere to the middle of the bar. Hit render, and when it's done, copy and paste your letter to Photoshop. Then add a subtle color to it in layer style. Convert it to smart object and double click on it. Here you should make a new smart object via copy, rename it, and have a little play with bevel and emboss settings in layer style. The task is to create glossy inline inside the letter. Then bring fill out settings of the layer down to 0 and mask it. Erase some of the areas of the gloss, but make sure you have ticked the layer mask hides effects option inside the layer style. Create another smart object via copy from our original layer. Move it to the top and rename it. Open it in Illustrator by double-clicking on it and change color to black and set 3D object bevel preferences to around 45 and 45. Roughness to 0.08 and move metallic bar up to around 3/4. Then you need to create 3 light sources in the lighting settings, which should give you a nice thin gloss effect inside the letter. Hit save and go back to Photoshop. Here, you need to set layers blending mode to screen and add some subtle pink color in layer style. Then use this layer to create new smart object via copy, clear all the styles and rename it for clarity. In Illustrator, you should need to move the light sources closer to the center to emphasize bevel's edge curvature. Save and close. Then in Photoshop, set the blending mode to screen again. Next, you're going to be adding some shining glares to your letters using brushes. Now it's up to you how you do it and which brush you use, but hopefully you do it better than me. Second part of the task is to add a pink border plate around your letter, for which you need to create a new smart object via copy of our original B layer, move it to the back and clear all the styles from it. Open it in Illustrator, delete 3D appearances and change color to hot pink. Then set the offset path in Object Path to however you like it and move the copy of it down right. Join the edges of both layers using Pen tool. Select all pink areas apart from our B letter and then combine them in Pathfinder. Next, you need to bring the main letter on top of the pink border plate. One little thing you need to do is to smoothen the curvature of the 2 top edges of the letter, which you could do manually using Pen tool, and when done, erase the areas of the old shape. Select all the bits and combine them in Pathfinder to one solid shape, and then together with our B letter, make sure it's above the pink bevel. We need to subtract it. Save and close. Back in Photoshop, let's give this layer a name. Inside the letter style, adjust the settings of the bevel and emboss, so that the edges looks as if they are slightly pressed in. The best way to achieve that is to change it to inner bevel in styles, play with the gloss contour, and choose darker highlights and shadow tones. Tweak the color and hit OK. Make a copy of this layer, rename it, and inside the Illustrator you need to change color to black. Set the bevel preferences in 3D and Materials. Dial up on Metallic Preferences in Materials tab and add 4 light sources in Lighting tab for a nice gloss effect. Hit save and close. And when in Photoshop, set up blending mode of this layer to screen. Use a razor to mask out all unnecessary glares, and in bevel and emboss settings, add a subtle inner bevel. When it's done, save and close it, which will take you back to the initial composition you've created at the beginning of this video. Place the letter to the bottom right and resave it. Then using Photoshop Beta, generate background sky, adjust brightness and colors, and drop in Margot Robbie with some additional text. And boom! Now do it again, but this time with the letter of your choice, like I've done for Ken.
Oh, I'm having so much fun!
Well, Barbie, we're just getting started.